In this video, I hope I don't have buyer's remorse.
Really curious to see if the price difference is worth it.
I enjoy this really long boardwalk, and I see a mean duck. Today, I'm in Fielding Park in Sudbury, Ontario, and I'll walk 6 kilometers or 3.6 miles alongside the infamous Kelly Lake, and I'll discuss a bit of its unfortunate history as I take in some of the sights and sounds of its hopeful future.
Well, welcome to Fielding Park in Sudbury, Ontario. We're here with the seagulls and the geese and the ducks. This is one of their favorite hangouts. I don't see the white swans that are usually around. Maybe they'll be back later. Anyway, we're going to take a little stroll. I did this in the wintertime. I think it's going to be much more enjoyable in the summer. So let's get started. So I've been here a few times, and I did do a video on this place in the winter. And it was really quite nice and peaceful back then. I'm going to get into some of the back trails, try and get some nice views of Kelly Lake. What a lake that is, let me tell you. If you're from Sudbury, you probably know about its history. It's not the greatest history.
I'll fill you in on the details a little later on.
So apparently these nice pink flowers are called Himalayan balsam. That's if I can trust my app that I'm using. This is one of my favorite trails in all of Sudbury. It's got some beautiful compositions of forest. Right now we're sort of in a little area of poplar. I know we're going to hit a nice little stand of birch at some point. Cedars, all sorts of stuff really. This is really an underappreciated trail here in Sudbury. The forest composition changes every 100 or 200 meters. This is the big transition into this little birch community here.
I recently purchased a new action camera that I'd hoped would provide better quality images and sound. So I chose this quiet spot on the lake to compare my new camera with my old one.
All right, the ducks are coming to say hello. I'm holding the two cameras side by side. In the right hand, or on the right side, I've got my Acaso in a gimbal, so it should be very smooth. And on the left side, I've got the DJI Osmo 4, just holding it by hand and with the image stabilization set to maximum. So let's see how it looks. Really curious to see if the price difference is worth it. I don't know about the picture, but I can tell you from an audio perspective, it's worth it.
With that task completed, I continued my hike. This young forest is in its recovery process. Like many forests in the region, it was decimated by logging, pollution, and acid rain. But it's on its way back. If you haven't seen Warren Schlotte's videos on the reforestation effort in Sudbury, I highly recommend you visit his channel. If you're around my age, the old photos of the Sudbury landscape will bring back memories. There's a link in the description. So while this modest forest may not look like much, it's a success story. The scientific knowledge and practices that have been so effectively used here are now being used to repair and recover forests in countries around the world. The rock in this area isn't naturally black in color. This is a result of decades of particulates falling from the smoke plumes from the smelting process. You can see the rock's natural color in places where the surface rock has been removed. So back to the history of Kelly Lake. Until the early 1970s, sewage went directly into this lake. And though it has been 50 years since that practice ended, phosphorus is still being released from that organic matter, leading to significant algae growth. And as if that wasn't enough, the lake was also damaged by nearby mining and smelting operations. The fallout I mentioned earlier has left us with a permanent problem far below the surface. Stratification testing in the lake's bottom revealed notable concentration of minerals like copper and nickel, very toxic to humans and animals. So unlike the surrounding forests that are well underway in the recovery process, Kelly Lake will have to wait a while longer for science to find a solution. Until then, we can still enjoy its shores and the wildlife that lives here. Just don't eat the fish. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.